is Adrian. Today we're going to be making a pumpkin pie as part of Miss Borak's math class for extra credit. First thing we have to do is preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's just do that now. Okay, so it's preheating. Is to make cinnamon anise tea. So let's do that now. So you get 1 stick of cinnamon. You have to break it in half and put it in lukewarm water. And also get your anise and just have 3 anise. I'm trying to get good ones, good thick ones.
What do they look like?
And put the 3 in there. I don't know why that works. Okay. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is get our mixing bowls. I'll do that now. Put them in sugar. Okay, then we have to get our pumpkin and our evaporated milk. So let's do that. Okay, so we got our pumpkin and 2 cans of evaporated milk. Okay. So first thing I'm doing is I'm opening the pumpkin right now. So, and then I have to get this pumpkin and put it inside this bowl. So now that we got the pumpkin open, we are going to put it in the bowl. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm almost get it all out just to make sure I get all of it. Okay, now that we're done dumping the things out, the pumpkin out, we're going to rinse it so we can put it in the recycle. So our anise and cinnamon tea is boiling right now. So I'm just mixing this up. It smells good if you were right here. Okay, so now we go to our spice drawer and we have to get our ground nutmeg, our cinnamon, our ground cinnamon, and our ground ginger. And that's what we need to put in this pie right here. So now we have to measure 1.5 cups of sugar. So cups. Okay. So the next thing we have to do is put 1.25 teaspoons of salt. So let's do that. I have a perfect amount of salt spoon, whatever you want to call it. And I put it in with the sugar. Just 1/4 one? Yes. Okay. So do this right. Okay. So the next thing we have to do is put the cinnamon in. We have to have 2.5 cups of cinnamon. Teaspoon. Okay. So, since I don't have a 3/4 teaspoon spoon, I'm gonna have to use a 1/2 teaspoon spoon and a 1/4 teaspoon spoon for the ground ginger. Okay, so we're gonna put the 3/4 teaspoon of nutmeg in there. So just get that. Okay. So next we have 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. So let's get our ginger. Let's put the caps in these 2. Okay. It's good. Right there. And so the next thing we have to do, I'm going to cross that off the to-do list. So next thing we're going to have to do is get 4 large eggs. We're going to have to put 4 large eggs in with this. I don't even know what to call that. So let's just do that now. One more egg. So now we're going to beat the eggs lightly. Okay, our tea is getting thicker, so I'm just going to mix this a little bit more. Chop up some of the anise that is in there. Okay, so now that we have our 2 pie trays out, we are going to get our pie crust. And open them with the scissors that are right here. And roll them out. These these pie crusts are way too cold to put in the thing, so we're gonna have to roll these out and let them thaw. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to start mixing our ingredients. So I'm just going to mix this up a little bit, and we are going to put it into the pumpkin. It's a lot of sugar. And the next thing we have to do for that is get our evaporated milk and do the same. I mean concentrated milk. Oh yeah, evaporated milk, sorry. We're going to mix it all together. And, oh actually, I forgot something. We have to mix the eggs too. So let's put that in the sink. And put in our eggs. Okay, so now, that looks weird. That looks like gross. So now that we put in everything, it's very full, so we have to mix it all together very gently. So, let's just mix it. Mixed, sorry. We're going to have to put in a 1/4 cup of concentrated tea. That handle on the pan is very hot, so I'm going to get one of these gloves. I don't know what they're called. And grab it if I can. Make sure it's a 1/4 cup. We are going to add cornstarch to make the pumpkin a little bit thicker. So we need 1 heap of a tablespoon. I think there's so much snow that we might not have school tomorrow. Most likely. Okay, so now that we have mixed this, we are going to get our concentrated anise tea, a cinnamon tea, and we're going to mix it in with it. Oh my god, that smells so good. Okay. It smells delicious. Now that just made it look like somebody pooped in there. So we put our 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt in our pumpkin mix. We put 1 1/2 cups of sugar, and we put 2 1/2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. We put a 1/4 cup of concentrated anise and cinnamon tea in here just now. We put 3/4 teaspoons of nutmeg. We put 4 large eggs in there. We put 29 ounces of pumpkin, like before we started. And we put 24 ounces of evaporated milk. And then we had 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. Okay, so now that we mixed that, I'm just washing my hands so when I touch the pie crust, it won't get all over it. Okay. So now that we got our hands off and washed them, we are going to put the pie crust in the pie pan. So let's just get this unsticked and very carefully put each one in. Okay, so now that we finished our pie mix, we are going to get our pie crust and fill the pie crust with the pie mix, the pumpkin mix. So we are going to get this, and we're going to do the same with the other one. Okay, now that our oven is at 425 degrees, like preheated, we are going to put both of the pies in it. Stop saying that, Adrian. Can we go faster? Now that we have that in there, we're going to shut this. So now that we put all the pies in there, we are going to turn the timer for 15. minutes. Okay, so we're going to have to do 15 minutes at 425 degrees and 50 minutes at 350 degrees. Okay, we'll be back in an hour and 5 minutes, and yeah, see you. Our oven is done, like our pie is done, but first we have to get a fork to see if it is done. If you like get a fork and like stab it in the middle, if it comes out like, if there's stuff on it, it means it's not done, but if nothing comes out, it means it's done. So we're just gonna check. Okay. Well, I can already tell it's gonna be what? Sort of. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna leave it in for another 5 minutes, and I'm just gonna let it cook. So now that our pies should be done, I'm going to take them out and let them cool for about an hour. Okay, and get this. It doesn't go together. Oh well. I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Do you want the stove in there? Do you want the
Fast.
stove?
Fine.
Here's our 2 almost completed pies. Yay. You gotta see how it smells. It smells like crust and bread. And here's our summary of our ingredients. We